Hey guys, Ant Venom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. So today we're going to be playing Honkai Star Rail, and this is actually quite a known game in the video gaming space where you do solve a puzzle at the end of the game that is known to be quite difficult, and not many players possess the IQ points necessary to complete this puzzle at the end of the game and get 36 stars, which you need to prove that you did actually defeat it. Now, this game has actually become quite a hot topic issue on the internet right now because of the 3.0 version just dropping, and it brought a lot of different stuff, a lot of new stuff, and some things changed. And some players are saying and complaining that the difficulty spike in this new version is much too hard. The difficulty from 2.0 version actually befits the jump in number from 2.0 to 3.0. Now, many players who are stuck already in 2.0 now can have no idea how you would ever beat this game, which is sort of seen as the Dark Souls of video games in many ways. And as one of the top theory crafters in this space and in gaming in general, I am actually pretty equipped to answer these questions, and people are always asking me, how do I beat Honkai Star Rail's end game modes in the 3.0 version when the difficulty has risen so high and secret techs like Blade no longer work for clearing the end puzzle. Now, I will get into this in just a second, but I want to tell you that this video is not sponsored by anyone. That's right, I am making this video for free just to get this information out there, out of the goodness of my heart, and because I am a theory crafter that just wants to share mathematics and numbers with the audience. So without further ado, so to start my new attack that I have theory crafted to defeat 3.0 version, first you're going to want to hit the C button on your keyboard. Now that's the C button as in cat. Okay, so once you've hit the C button, it's going to open up this screen here. It might scare you because there's stars in the background, some kind of strange space background here. This is not scary. It's actually not the void of space. Your character is not going to be sucked out, which you might think they are. So once you get past that, and you will see that this actually is the character list. This is the list of the characters, and you can find them here. And now, to start this new tech to defeat the 3.0 version, you're going to want to look for a character called the Herta. The Herta. So it kind of is difficult. This is where Hoyoverse has added sort of a skill cap to the game so that you can't complete this puzzle that the top theory crafters have been trying to break ever since the 3.0 version has dropped and added some big new stuff. And some things have definitely changed, including some things added. Now, the Herta is sort of difficult to find in your character list. Some people literally cannot find her. They just do not possess the IQ necessary to find this character. And you know what? I don't blame you if you can't find her. Not everyone is born like me. Not everyone is born smart. And some people actually are born a bit wrong in the head. Have some sort of mental block, some sort of issue. And that's not your fault if you can't find the Herta in your list, because guess what? She is a purple character. Now, if you look at this character list, you might be thinking, holy crap, look at how many purple characters there are. There's at least 4 purple characters, and you might be getting confused. Now, trust me, you're not alone in this. you might accidentally even click on this character. No, it's not this one, and it's not this one either. It's actually this one. So you can actually sort of tell because she has a big hat, one of the bigger hats in the gacha gaming space, and maybe even in gaming in general. So you can kind of tell, and she also does this sort of animation, this sort of swirly animation with the sparkles, and she does sparkle quite a bit. So you can kind of tell that she is the Herta from that sort of thing happening on the screen. Now, uh, so a way you can kind of look for it is that she is sort of wearing her hat. She's going to be around this area in the character list, like right where I've got my cursor here. So she's going to be around here. So you click on her. Now, once you've clicked on her, it means you've selected her. It means you found her, and now you can go actually hit escape. Now go here to team lineup, and you're going to want to go and remove whoever you had in this space, and you're going to want to add the Herta. Now, once this happens, you have the Herta in your party, and you can actually use her as a secret tech to defeat the puzzle at the end of the game that many players are calling the hardest difficulty spike in any game that has gone from 2.0 to a larger number such as 3.0. Now, if we go back to the character list, you can actually see that Hoyoverse has sort of added a bit of a harder sort of deal where you kind of are separating the wheat from the chaff in sort of a way, and like separating the theory crafters and the geniuses from sort of lower IQ people that are probably average gacha players that are probably need some gacha guides to build their characters and win the game. Now, they added this to make the game a little more difficult in the screen because they actually have another character they added called Herta. This character might be confusing because you are looking for the Herta. You are looking for the Herta. But this is just Herta. So she has a smaller hat, and she's also purple and named Herta. You might get confused, but this character is not who you're looking for. She is much worse than the other Herta that you actually are looking for. So you actually have to find this one. Not many people know you can't just stop with this one. You find this one and you think you're good. You're not. So this is not going to work in the 3.0 version because they've added some hidden text and some new mechanics and some new stuff in this version because it is the larger number. So I actually have the Herta equipped in my team right now, and I could, if I wanted to, use her to defeat the endgame modes in this game that some players are calling too hard, even for the most skilled gamers in gaming. Now, I could show you that I have already cleared all the endgame content and I've gotten all 36 stars that you do need to show and prove that you have defeated these bosses and these enemies, but I'm not going to show you that because I think faith is a beautiful thing, and it will enhance the love in your heart, and it will only bring you closer to me by having faith in your theory crafter that I have actually completed these endgame content using the Herta. So once you have achieved faith in me, you will actually start to believe things more, and that's actually really good for you. And let's just say you're not quite convinced. You are not quite convinced. You are saying you might be an eagle-eyed viewer. You might be a more discerning viewer. You might be saying, if you are one of the top theory crafters in this space, maybe even in gaming, how does she work? You know, we know she is the secret tech. She is the sort of thing that Hoyoverse has added for skillful players to actually enhance their gameplay and allow them to defeat this newer content that is actually harder than most people can't even clear anymore. Blade, he used to be the secret tech that players were using in 2.0 version to defeat the content, and he has been nerfed. He no longer works as well as he used to in 2.0, 2.5 even. This number 3.0 is a bit bigger. Now, to prove that I know mechanically how the game works and how the Herta clears content, I'm going to open up my character list. I'm going to show you something. So essentially what she does is she has an ability and she uses it to deal damage to the enemy, and it will kill them. And so essentially what you are doing is you're dealing damage and killing the enemy fast enough that they actually can't attack you, and is sort of an immortality cheat code in that sense. And now she is going to be killing the enemy by dealing damage using abilities, and that is actually sort of what she does at a mechanical level, which I don't want to go too in depth with it, but that's essentially what she is working with here, and that is how she's defeating the enemies and clearing the content for you. So now that that is over and I'm pretty much done, I just want you to subscribe, like the video if this tech allowed you to defeat the content that some of the top theory crafters are having difficulty with when they are trying to clear with Blade, you know, staple characters that used to clear very quickly. So if this video helped you, drop a like, drop a subscribe to my channel, and also maybe even make a fan channel, maybe dedicated to me, make some videos about me specifically, and maybe make fan art for me as well, because not many are doing that for me right now, and it makes me a bit sad. I am one of the top theory crafters. I do crunch the numbers, I plug in the data so that you don't have to, and I don't even get paid to do this. I don't have a Hoyoverse sponsorship, though they probably will be looking to do that in the near future. So if you start your fan channel for me now, I would very much appreciate it, because that will definitely help me really make me feel good about myself and my theory crafting and the numbers that I am sharing with you. So thank you and good night, and I hope you have a great time clearing the content that not many are able